welcome to the first day of Team Star campaign for, a book and maybe a video game. Very hopeful for both possibilities. We've already had 3 backers, including one person who snatched up the first of the super duper hardcover option. The option of the hardcover is like a really thick ass book with like a numbered one, so there's like only 300 available and it's signed. So they got the first, the one with the number 1 on it. So you gotta be on these things. You gotta be early adopters. You gotta jump in. So that's awesome. I'm really happy to see that. Obviously, it's not enough to get us super close to the goal immediately, but it's not like that. It's a slow build. You gotta, like a Katamari Damacy, or a Katamari? I don't know, I barely played that game. But, it rolls on, it gets bigger and bigger. It's like an avalanche. It's slow build to a big conclusion. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So, yeah, I just wanted to take the opportunity to talk really briefly about, one topic in particular, and then take any questions if there are any. And then I'm going to do the same thing tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, until we fucking get this thing. So, the thing I wanted to talk about today was something that I knew would immediately come up and be a subject for discussion because it's just like the hot thing these days. AI images. I used some AI images in the Kickstarter video, specifically the part where it's explaining the characters and stuff. They actually kind of look a little bit like those images, like the way that Germ kind of stylized and animated the Smash Brothers kind of players. But they are not Germ, they are AI, and the reason is because I can't afford to pay Germ to do any images right now. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of money for this project. That's why Kickstarter, baby. So the idea is that I wanted to be able to show you kind of what's in my head and mind for these characters, especially what they could end up looking like if we do the cool splash pages option. One of the stretch goals is to get, or actually not stretch goal, if we can just get there, Germ's gonna be able to do some cool splash page extra pieces of art that'll explode these moments from Team Star. But if we can get, if I can use those images to help convince more people that are just kind of, get what's in my mind, I think that the use of AI in those situations is fine. I think, it would be a lot different if this was like, I'm going to make a graphic novel with AI images or anything like that, or use AI in any of this stuff. That's not the goal. This is just a brainstorming session. And I think using AI images for brainstorming is fine. So does Germ. So I don't think that anybody should get like up in an uproar about it. But of course they will, because, they just will. But it doesn't matter, I don't care. I did it for, just to help kind of show you what's in my head. Like, for example, the main guy is a Crimean Tatar, and, his name is Alex, and I really wanted to kind of get across sort of his emotion, at least. AI is not great for specifics, which, that's why you need a real human to do this stuff, and I need the money to pay the human, so... But, it can kind of get you in the ballpark, which is where we are right now. It's ballpark. This is a brainstorm ballpark. So, yeah, I guess that's all I had to say about that. Again, I'm not going to use any AI at all for any of the final products, but for this stuff, I figured, fuck it. This is otherwise it would be like kind of pictures that I'd be grabbing off the internet that are kind of close to what I'm thinking of and not exact. And at the end of the day, that's also sort of just... I don't know, using other people's work. I don't know. I feel like this is morally fine in the grand scheme of things. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments why I'm wrong. But I guess that's all I really have for today. If there are any other questions about, or any questions about anything, please let me know. What's up, Arrow? Howdy, howdy, howdy. It's been a long time since I've streamed. Jesus, I can't remember the last time I streamed. But this is a new computer I'm actually streaming on. I know I'm dropping frames like crazy. I hope the audio is still coming through. I know it's my first, this is like the settings that OBS has kind of like recommended to me, and I have a feeling that they've recommended things that aren't the greatest. That's right, the Chillin' Fundraiser. I think we ended up fundraising like $100, so hopefully I'll be able to raise more for my Kickstarter. But you never know. we helped out. We helped out, you know, big chillin'. So, and he's getting better, man. I love that kid. He did last I checked in on him, he was doing it was the 9-year anniversary of the rap, the infamous rap. He did a version of it that's, you know, he's coming a long way, man. So every day you got to work at it. But yeah, any questions at all, I will take them. If there are none, then we can just get out of here and I'll see you tomorrow. But yeah, anybody want to say anything? Any questions about TeamStar? Anything about, you know, plans or whatever that I might have for the future? You're hearing Steinway Street. This is the proximity that I have. There it is. There it is. Bye-bye, ambulance. What's TeamStar? Pablo Pa. That's the new thing I'm doing. TeamStar. Just the first day is today of the, you know, Kickstarter to raise the money to, essentially, it's like an advance, I guess. Normally, if a publishing house likes an idea of yours, they'll give you an advance for you to, you know, basically live off of and write. That's what I'm basically crowdfunding in advance to write this book. It's an esports centered book. Basically, like, if you've ever watched The Mighty Ducks, it's sort of like that. It's like a ragtag team kind of puts together this this group to go up against the big bad guys. And you know, this huge tournament for a $100 million prize. It's kind of based off of, TeamStar is also the name of the game that they play. That's their esport. And it's a little bit like, if you've ever seen Rollerball, Rollerball was a movie in the 70s, but it was about this game, you know, it had this whole story and this stuff, like about an athlete played by James Caan, who's fucking awesome. But it's about this game also in the game's called Rollerball within it. So it's a little confusing in that sense, but one of the stretch goals that I'm doing for the Kickstarter is to raise money to actually create it in real life. So it's as if I'd create Rollerball in real life, which is probably not a good idea because it's incredibly violent and murderous, but whatever, you know, you gotta make sacrifices. So if you wanna check it out, there's a, I should probably have a link for that too. I'll have that for tomorrow, but if you just check out my Twitter, I guess it would be there. In fact, here, I'll link it in the fucking chat. Why not? That's the easiest way. Just link it in the chat. Here it is. Conk. Ponk, ponk. Oh. Am I not allowed to post in my own chat? That seems fundamentally wrong. Huh, I guess I can't. Well, fuck it, then you'll just have to find it. it's on Kickstarter. I'll fix that tomorrow, Pablo. But yeah, hopefully you can check it out. There's a whole big video. If you check out the East Point Pictures channel too, there's it's a 30-minute video about, like, you know, everything. It'll explain everything. Arrow, I'm glad you like the game concept. Yeah, I'll set it up like that. I like the game concept. The game concept really, like, as soon as, like, you know, I was writing the story and stuff and it was grabbing me, and I just immediately was like, ah, this game, it needs to exist, man. It's like, I don't know, the physics concept where, like, you're losing limbs, you know, you're running around and trying to make the best of that, like hauling people that have lost limbs. I love that concept. And then just the basics of it, the whole idea of scoring points by exiting the map. I don't know, I think there's a lot to it. So I'm glad you dig it too. You skipped the book portion, not wanting spoilers. I dig that. That's I skip trailers sometimes for that exact reason, because marketing departments just love to spoil everything. But yeah, that's good on you. If there's no other questions, then I will just leave it at that. But I know you'll do this, but there's got to be some elements of, like, climbing walls, trees. Yes, 100%. Physics-based extends to a lot of different things. So I was thinking that one of the items, it would be like, and I'll go into items and weapons and stuff, I'm sure, at some point. But one of the items is a bola, which is like a rope with like an iron thing at the end, maybe, or a couple ones, so you can toss that and, like, climb on things. Very much sort of like, you saw what I was saying in the video. It's a modular thing. It's very much like Melee, at least inspired by it, in the sense that you can take these elements and put them together in creative ways. I'd love to be able to have something like that expressed the right way in a first-person shooter, and I feel like that kind of covers it. There's a lot of potential there. I just need to find the right. I swear to God, man, if we make the money, if we get $250,000, which is, it sounds like a lot of money, but it's really not to make a video game. It's probably, that's only enough really to make to get early access and maybe one level. But if it attracts the right person or the right group of people that are passionate about it, sort of like the way that I went about with metagame, what is his name? Garrett Williamson approached me as we wanted to do the music for metagame because he loved the Smash Brothers. So I'm hoping that people, and the same with Daniel Wyatt, the guy who did the graphics. So the people, I think, that really I want to be part of this and making this are the people that are going to be inspired by it and like, oh, I want to make this. This sounds really cool. So I want to get those people involved. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it might fail miserably, but we might not even get to the book phase. But I feel like it's a cool enough concept that as soon as enough people hear about it and start sharing it, that's the key thing, man. It's gotta share it, gotta get it out there. You have a series project I want to do at one point for Melee 2, but that's in the future. Dude, you should tell me about it. I'm sure if you're around tomorrow, I'll do a longer stream tomorrow when I figure out this fucking frame rate issue or frame drop issue. But I'd love to hear about it, man. I've got more Melee plans too. I've got too much shit I want to do, man. I swear to God. But this is one of those things that I couldn't let it rattle around in my brain anymore. I had to do it. So, all right. Any more questions on Teamstar, on projects going forward, anything like that? If not, I will see you tomorrow. But if so, I will answer it right now. All right, well, we will leave it there then. Thank you guys for coming by and stopping by. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to be posting about all this shit every day, doing as much as I can. I'm getting so many messages. I swear to God, as soon as you start like new Kickstarter project, all the messages are just from like people trying to get in. It's like and scam you and stuff. It's crazy. But anyways, I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. And yeah, let's go. Let's get this kid. Let's get this book done, made. Peace.